The New York Republican Gala was held last night, and it was the event of the year in New York City. I wanted to be there. All three remaining GOP candidates were there last night to address the crowd. Hometown boy Donald Trump was warmly welcomed, but Ted Cruz seemed to get the kind of cold shoulder from the crowd. But was that really what happened if you were there on the ground? Well, someone who can tell us, New York City politic Mona Salama was there at the gala last night, and she's here right now to give us all the details. Mona, welcome back to
Hi.
America Trends. Where are you tonight?
I'm on Fifth Avenue.
Oh, man, I want to be on Fifth Avenue. What stores are around?
I'm right in front of the Apple store because I lost my charger yesterday. It really was a party to be. That's how much, like, I don't know if I can say this out loud, but I had a little fun. And I broke my sunglasses. I lost my charger. It was a good time.
One of those mornings. I know about those, but I've just read about those from other people.
And if you were only there, it would be a totally different story.
Told me. I wanted to be there so bad last night. I feel like every friend I had was there. I know you were running into my friends. They were running into you. And I was thinking, doggone it, why am I not there? I should have flown there for that. But, you know, I didn't know about it until like the day before. But anyway, last night, at the gala, all three candidates were there, Mona. What were the highlights of the night, in your opinion?
It was, besides the protesters, it was like, I thought it was Occupy Wall Street 2.0. And it was just an event to be. They had it 4 years ago when Newt Gingrich and Bobby Jindal was there. But it was just like heavy security. It took a long time to everything to get settled and calm down, enjoy the night. It was a place to be. Good time. And yes, you know, Donald Trump got the welcome that, you know, it's his hometown. And Ted Cruz kind of did get the cold shoulder by some people.
Yeah, it seemed like it just watching on TV seemed like the crowd wasn't super warm toward him. And that was also your impression actually being there, huh?
Well, it was very late when he spoke. He spoke at 10 o'clock. And, you know, it was just a long time. Everybody was waiting. They were hungry. That was the time also when they were serving the food. So that's why there was a lot of commotion and hectic while he was speaking. So it wasn't really like, you know, people giving a silent protest or whatever, you know, the Cruz supporters are saying out there. To be actually there, it was just like people were drinking from like 7 o'clock. They were hungry. You know, being Republicans, we work all day. So, you know, spending $1,000 a plate, they actually was waiting to eat. And the dinner was supposed to be served at 8 o'clock and it was served at 10. And that was the time, you know, Ted Cruz spoke. And a lot of people who are not in favor of Cruz because of the New York values comment and also what he's done, voting against the Saratoga Act and voting against the Sandy bill. A lot of people decided that they didn't want to hear him. So they did the silent protest and they just stepped out.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't hear that covered in the news. All right, well, the New York...
You'll never hear that from the news. You got to hear from, you know, the citizen journalists, the Breitbarts who made us.
All right, the New York primary this Tuesday. What are your predictions? Will Donald Trump get all 95 of your state's delegates, Mona, or will Cruz and Kasich get some of those?
I think Kasich is going to get some. I say Donald Trump's going to get about 87 to 92. And Kasich will take some because he does have some support in New York. He did get a very good welcoming when he spoke. And the difference between all three that spoke was Trump spoke from the heart. He spoke about building his business from New York and being a New Yorker. Kasich spoke about, you know, New York values, the real New York values, which people like to hear, that we're, you know, as much as we're mean people, like we have like the mean face and we're like busy and going about our day, we actually have a kind heart and we're all about our communities. We're all about having a good time, you know, it's a city to be. And Cruz just gave his regular stump speech. That's why a lot of people didn't like that as well. Going back, they were like, yeah, we heard this before. Even if they never attended his town halls and they heard it sometime before. And that was the biggest mistake Cruz could make, was giving a stump speech.
All right, well, Donald Trump wrote an op-ed in the Wall Street Journal today that ripped the GOP establishment, Mona, and their primary rules that they love to talk about, especially Colorado, where there wasn't a traditional election held. Mona, is that going to help him in the primaries in the northeastern states after we get through the New York primary?
Yeah, definitely. Like, coming, like, states that are going to be voted next week is the borders of New York. We have Connecticut, Maryland. We have Rhode Island, and then we also have, I think, Delaware, and I can't remember the other one right now.
Pennsylvania.
It's been a long day.
Pennsylvania,
there you go. So all borders. See, all the borders in New York. So it's going to be split between Kasich and Trump, but Trump is going to get the majority of the delegates.
And so do you think by next week, or when is it that Cruz becomes basically a siphon like John Kasich is on Donald Trump's road to 1237.
When I come to California and visit you and Anne Marie.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely right. Well, so you don't think until California we're really going to have to where Ted Cruz needs more than 100% of the vote to even get to the 1237 delegates that he needs?
Yeah, I think Ted Cruz was in California on Monday, and I think he has some people that are in his team that are from California. So I think he's going to be focusing more on California now. And he's going to be in Wyoming tomorrow, I heard. I just got his email alert that he's going to be in Wyoming. So he's going to be focusing on Indiana, Wyoming, and California coming up because he thinks he has a shot there. I know he's going to have probably a shot in Indiana and Wyoming, but I don't know about California.
Yeah, I don't know about California either. Hey, give us a shot around. Just let us see. Can you rotate the camera and let us see what else going on out there? All right. All right.
This is New York values.
That's right. That's right. All right, Mona, thank you so much for being with us tonight. And we'll be talking to you, I'm sure, next week when all this goes down. So good luck to you guys there. Thank you.
Thank you. And come visit.
All right. I need to do that very badly. All right, up next, we're going to talk.